Te Ching and modern-day science are talking about the same thing. In the stillness of the night, under the light of 1,000 stars, Zoran the dragon rested on a rocky outcrop, his vast wings folded, and his eyes reflecting the ancient wisdom of the cosmos. He had seen the rise of civilizations and the fall of empires, but one thing remained unchanged: the eternal quest for understanding. Tonight, he would tell a tale, one that transcended time and space, a tale of how the ancient wisdom of the Te Ching and the discoveries of modern science are ultimately pointing to the same truth. The ancient wisdom of the Te Ching. The wind howled softly through the mountains as Zoran spoke, his voice a rumbling echo in the caverns of time. Long ago, he began, a sage named Laozi penned the Te Ching, a text that would become the bedrock of Taoist philosophy. It was a guide for living in harmony with the universe, understanding the flow of nature, and embracing the concept of Wu Wei, or non-action. Zoran's eyes gleamed as he recited a passage from the Tao. The Tao that can be told is not the eternal Tao. The name that can be named is not the eternal name. Te Ching, Chapter 1. The Tao, Zoran continued, is the unnameable force, the source of all things. It flows through everything in the universe, connecting all things in perfect harmony. In its purest form, the Tao is beyond definition. Beyond comprehension, it simply is. It is the invisible force that binds everything together, yet it cannot be seen or touched, only experienced. Zoran let the words settle in the air before continuing. Laozi taught us that the way to wisdom and peace is through aligning with this unseen force, the Tao, the flow of life that is always moving, always in motion, yet always still. Modern science and the universal flow. Now, Zoran said, his voice lowering to a deep hum, let me tell you about modern science, for it speaks of the same force, though in different language. His eyes shimmered with understanding, as if he had witnessed the unfolding of the universe itself. You see, in our time, scientists like Nassim Haramein have uncovered the unified field, a concept that mirrors Laozi's Tao. According to Haramein, everything in the universe is connected by a singular field of energy, a toroidal field that spirals and moves through every particle of existence. This field is not only the fabric of space-time, but the very source of creation itself. Zoran's gaze seemed to pierce through time as he explained. Haramein's theories suggest that the vacuum, the seemingly empty space between everything, is not empty at all. It is filled with an energy field that connects all matter and energy in a vast interconnected web. It is the Tao of science, a field of energy that is in constant flux, always moving, always in balance, yet always invisible. Zoran paused, allowing the concept to sink in. The more scientists probe the quantum world, the more they realize that the universe operates in a non-linear, dynamic, and interconnected way. The fabric of space is not empty, but is filled with quantum fluctuations, just as the Tao is a dynamic force that underlies all phenomena. Wu Wei, non-action, and the flow of the universe. Zoran smiled softly as he reflected on the next profound teaching of the Te Ching, Wu Wei, or non-action. Laozi tells us that, in order to live in harmony with the Tao, we must practice non-action. But this does not mean to do nothing. It means to align with the flow of the universe, to act in such a way that our actions are effortless, spontaneous, and in perfect harmony with the world around us. He spoke of how this principle resonated deeply with Haramein's theory of the universe. Haramein explains that the universe operates through flow, a continuous, effortless motion that sustains the entire cosmos. It is not a force that needs to be forced, but a natural order that emerges when we allow the energy to move through us and around us. It is not about controlling the flow, but about surrendering to it, just as the Tao teaches. The holographic universe, the Tao and the nature of reality. Zoran's voice grew deeper as he spoke of the holographic nature of reality, a concept explored by both Taoist philosophy and modern science. Both the Te Ching and modern quantum physics point to the idea that the universe is interconnected and that everything is part of a greater whole. The holographic principle suggests that every part of the universe contains information about the whole, just as every piece of a hologram contains the entire image. In the Taoist worldview, everything is interconnected. There is no separation between the self and the universe, just as modern physics reveals that every particle in the cosmos is connected through the unified field. What you experience, Zoran said, is a reflection of the whole, a reflection of the Tao. The universe is not a collection of isolated objects, but a singular, unified whole, with every part influencing and reflecting every other part, bridging ancient wisdom with modern science. Zoran's tale told thoughtfully, as if pondering the vastness of the universe and the knowledge within. In the end, the teachings of the Tao Te Ching and the discoveries of modern science are not two separate truths, but two sides of the same coin. They speak of the same force, the same interconnectedness, the same dance of creation. Zoran's voice softened as he concluded, "As we move forward in our understanding of the universe, we must remember that wisdom is not confined to one era or one way of thinking. The Tao and science are both invitations to experience the flow of life, to recognize the deep unity that binds all things, and to understand that we, too, are a part of this magnificent, ever-unfolding cosmos."